transmission firewalls.
Get out of my TARDIS!
Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So if you missed out on Kylie's Astrid Perth costume or the TARDIS, there's plenty more coming, which is just great news. I mean, I read all about this on Saturday during Doctor Who Day. Bit disappointed by the actual final prices of the Kylie and TARDIS props. So Kylie went for £12,500. Loads of Kylie fans out there. I absolutely love Kylie Minogue. As I said in my my last prop video, I think she's great. The TARDIS is what I was interested in. Love Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, and I absolutely love Jodie's TARDIS, and I'm so glad they kept the TARDIS for the Shooty era. But it didn't move since I made the last video. It didn't move at all because the bidding was closing at 5 o'clock on the 23rd of November, and I kept checking it. I actually watched the countdown. 11 grand. I think that is I mean, I know you can't get in it, but I think that is an amazing price. And I tell you, if I'd had the money, I mean, obviously, I would have had to pay 12 grand because it was going up in grands basically. But I think that's a great price. I mean, it's a beautiful prop, and that would look amazing in someone's man cave, especially with the lights turned on inside. But I think the estimate was up to was it 10 to 20 grand? I honestly thought it would go for a lot more. So someone's got an absolute bargain there. But if you thought that was the end of the Children in Need auctions, so this news came out on Doctor Who Day as well. But I haven't had a proper chance to have a look through the prop store website. I mean, there's not really any great detail about what is actually available. I mean, apparently it's 150 lots, and it's gonna be the biggest Doctor Who prop auction ever of all time. I mean, we know all the previous ones over the years, but this is the biggest one ever, spread through the full 61 years history of Doctor Who. So these are a selection of items that they've got on the prop store website. But obviously, it's going to be February 2025, and I definitely want one. Next year's my big year, so I want to buy something. But this TARDIS looks interesting. So this is obviously a William Hartnell style TARDIS. And let's not forget that although the Kylie and Jodie TARDIS, they were genuine props, you don't always get... the prop store don't just sell screen-used props or screen-matched props. They do sell replicas as well, or convention replicas, things like that. So this TARDIS, this TARDIS is known as the anniversary TARDIS for the 50th anniversary. I can't work out what TARDIS it is. Is it because there's no details about it? I mean, I'm sure if I do, you must know me by now. I do loads of research for each and every video that I do on my YouTube channel, and I'm sure with a bit of research I could probably work out where this TARDIS has come from. But it says anniversary TARDIS for the 50th. Was it for I don't know, an exhibition? I've got no idea. I don't think this is the TARDIS that David Bradley had in the documentary. I don't know. I'm interested to know. It's beautiful. I love I want a TARDIS. If it is a screen, well, I say that if it's a screen-used TARDIS, it will go for a fortune. But we've just seen 11 grand, and there was only 2 items. So yeah, I'll be interested. I'll be interested in this TARDIS. Although I'd rather have a Jodie TARDIS, I've got to be honest, or I don't know, an 80s TARDIS. But if it's going to be screen-used, I want Jodie's TARDIS. I think it's the best TARDIS from Doctor Who history, and that's a big thing. That's a big thing for me to say because I've always been a fan of the of the Sylvester McCoy, Colin Baker, Peter Davison TARDIS. But yeah, so I've got to do some research. I've got to find out what this anniversary TARDIS is. Then we've got and there's no indication on prices. This is just this is an advert really for the prop store and children in need, which is fair enough. I'm really looking forward to this auction, and I'm sure probably in the new year there'll be more information about it and the 150 lots that the prop store are actually selling on behalf of the BBC. Well, I say BBC. Well, it's got to be BBC. If it's for children in need, these have got to be screen used or BBC owned props. Unlike the last Doctor Who auction, which was some of it was exhibition stuff, replicas. But yes, and this is it's over the, as I said, it's the 61 years of Doctor Who. So this is the 10th Doctor's costume. There's no details. I mean, again, I could do some research if I could be that bothered. I'm more into the classic era of Doctor Who, or Daleks and TARDISes, you know. But I vaguely remember Matt Smith wearing that costume with a cowboy hat. I'm sure. But this is what I'm interested in. It's the Traitor Dalek from Power of the Doctor. I enjoyed Power of the Doctor. It's not in the same way the Five Doctors had that kind of impact on me. But again, it's full of nostalgia, and it's a great nod to the Doctor's past. I thought it was great. I really, really enjoyed it. Everyone knocks Chibs, but end of the day, he loved Doctor Who. I love the nods to the past. Even the Master, who dresses for the occasion. I thought that was great. You know, a little nod to Doctor Who the movie. You know, but you can say what you like about Chibs, but he is a Doctor Who fan at the end of the day. He did make mistakes, let's be honest, but it was a nice little swan song, I think, for Jodie Whittaker. Although I kind of felt that she needed her own episode with no other Doctors, but it is what it is. But this Dalek, I'm very interested in this, and I'm very interested to know how much that would go for, being a screen used Dalek. It's got all the distress, and the distress does, and the special effect does remind me of the TARDIS from Eve of the Daleks. Is, you know, the actual damage to the Dalek casing. It seems to be. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it seems to be exactly the same effect that they used on that TARDIS prop. I'd love to own that. I mean, but Daleks, because it's smaller than a TARDIS. I reckon this will go for I think that will go for a big price, I imagine. But look at it. I mean, the actual damage is beautiful, and they're also using it for the kind of picture on the actual website advertising the event. I'd love to own it, but I did read in one of the articles that they're gonna because it's 150 items. It's all for children in need. Unlike Kylie and the TARDIS prop, which were like, you know, started at 1,000. The bids were in thousands, and it started at 10 grand. There will be items that start like £100. So, you know, obviously I own 2 Doctor Who props, but I'd like to add some more to it. That Sea Devil, that I'm sure that's from the Jodie Whittaker story. I can't even remember what it was called. I watched it once. I didn't really enjoy it. But it does look good. It's very much like the Sea Devils of the past. So I did like that they did keep the Sea Devil look, unlike the Silurians, who don't look anything like the Silurians from the 70s. Here's David Tennant's outfit. Again, there's no details, but I imagine it's the same outfit that he wore in the Cyberman episode from his first series. I can't remember what it was called. The Cybus Industries, when he went to Pete's World, and he also wore it in the Kylie episode, Voyage of the Damned. So that's interesting, and it comes. The thing is, it doesn't look like anything, but when you see his black baseball boots with it all kind of comes into place. I think that will definitely go for a big bit of money. I think. Here's Jodie's costume as well. Again, I think this is a screen matched outfit, and it's the full outfit. one of the things I noticed about the Jodie coat, there's some damage, or there's a tear in the back. So I wonder what episode that is from. That it would be there's the actual damage there. It'd be interesting to know. But I don't know why. I just love TV and movie props. Because it's there's so much history involved, and I also like movie locations and Doctor Who locations. It's just, I don't know, when you go to a location or you see a prop, it just I don't know about anyone else, but I feel like I'm part of that that episode or that movie, even if it's only for a moment. This one comes with a Jodie scarf, but I don't remember Jodie wearing a scarf apart from, was it Resolution of the Daleks? She had a scarf, but it wasn't like that. It was a rainbow scarf, but it was the whole thing was a rainbow scarf. So I don't recognise that scarf at all, unless I don't know. Unless I just don't remember. I mean, I've only the majority of Jodie's episodes, I've only watched them once. I'll be honest. That's no reflection on Jodie. I think she's a fantastic Doctor. I think she's great. But some of the stories, she always put on a great performance, 10 out of 10, but some of the stories were a bit weak. Nothing to do with her. But yeah, I've got no idea. I mean, if you know any of this, I mean, I will do some research. But if you know any of this, please let me know in the comments below, because it's going to save me a job. Because I definitely want to know where all these costumes and props are from. And this is Peter Capaldi. I think he's probably my favourite Doctor from New Who. I've got to be honest, and the reason for that is because he's from New Who, but he's like a classic Doctor. It's weird. I watch his episodes. I love what I've Again, there's some weak ones there, and it's not about Peter. It's about the writing. But when I watch Peter Capaldi, I'm watching classic Doctor Who. That's a weird statement to say, but that's how it feels to me. He's a proper old school Doctor. But again, I don't recognise that costume unless it's the costume from what was it? He's with Bill Potts and they're I can't remember what one it is. It's snowing and they're walking on the River Thames. I don't know what the episode's called. And he's wearing a top hat. Again, I'll find out. The Weeping Angel, I've got no interest in that whatsoever. What would you do with it? What would you do with it? It's the classic props that I'm really interested in, and I honestly cannot wait for them to actually put on the website what is actually available, and then I can, because this is February, I've got a little bit of time to sort out some cash to splash, because I'm really well up for this. But yeah, but this is just a short video just to let you know what's available, and as soon as I get any updates, I'll let you know. But that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It lets me know you care. It also helps the channel. If you know where these props are from, what episodes, please let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one.